Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to present something today. Life is going to throw out challenges at you, obstacles that seem insurmountable, and days where you feel like giving up. But let me tell you this, the toughest times are not meant to break you, they're meant to build you. When times get tough, the first and most important thing you can do is to believe in your power. It's easy to doubt yourself when the world seems stacked against you, when you feel alone in your struggles, or when it feels like everything you worked for is crumbling beneath your feet. But let me tell you something, inside of you is a strength that's greater than any obstacle you could face. You have the power to rise, to overcome, and to succeed if you truly believe in it. Too often we underestimate our own potential. We look at our challenges and see them as barriers we can't possibly get past. We see our failures as evidence that we're not good enough, that we'll never make it. But that's not the truth. The truth is that the obstacles we face are not meant to break us, but to help us discover the depths of our own strength. When you face adversity, you're being tested not by the world, but by yourself. It's your moment to dig deep, to tap into the reserves of power and resilience that are within you, and to prove to yourself that you are far more capable than you ever imagined. Believing in your power isn't about ignoring the reality of the challenges you face. It's about recognizing that you have within you the capacity to rise above them. No matter what the circumstances are, no matter how hard things seem, there's always a way forward. You have the ability to take control of your mindset, to choose how you respond to life's difficulties, and to keep moving forward with faith in yourself. That's the power you possess. It's not a power that comes from external sources or from other people. It's a power that resides within you, and it's waiting to be unlocked. But belief isn't something that happens automatically. It's something you have to cultivate. Every day you must remind yourself that you are strong, that you are capable, and that you are worthy of success. The world might try to knock you down, but your belief in yourself is the foundation that will keep you standing tall. And when you believe in your power, something incredible happens. You begin to see opportunities instead of obstacles. You start to recognize your own potential and embrace the idea that you can achieve anything you set your mind to. It's important to remember that believing in your power doesn't mean you'll never face setbacks. It doesn't mean you'll never fail. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Failure is often a part of the journey to success. It's the lessons you learn from those failures that shape your growth and push you closer to your goals. Belief in your power is the confidence that no matter what happens, you will get back up, you will keep moving forward, and you will ultimately prevail. You see, every great achievement in history has come from someone who believed in their power, even when the odds were stacked against them. Think about the inventors, the leaders, the athletes, the entrepreneurs who've changed the world. They weren't special because they had it easy or because they were never faced with challenges. They were special because they refused to let those challenges define them. They refused to quit. They held fast to the belief that they could overcome anything, and they did. And so can you. When you start believing in your power, you stop looking for approval from others. You stop letting the opinions and judgments of the world hold you back. You trust your instincts, your vision, and your abilities. You realize that you are your greatest asset, and that the strength to change your life lies within you, not in the approval of others, not in luck, and not in external circumstances. So I challenge you today, when life gets tough, don't doubt your ability to overcome. Instead, dig deep and believe in your power. Know that you have everything you need to succeed, and the only thing standing between you and your dreams is your willingness to keep going. You are stronger than you think, and the best is yet to come. When life gets tough and the struggle seems overwhelming, it's easy to think that it's all too much to handle. We often wish for the pain to go away, for the difficulties to just disappear so we can get back to a place of comfort. But I'm here to tell you that the struggle is not something you should fear or resist. In fact, it's something you should embrace, because it's through the struggle that you grow, that you become stronger, and that you ultimately find the success and fulfillment you're looking for. The truth is, life is a series of challenges, each one designed to sow advantage and mold you into the person you're meant to become. It's easy to look at successful people and think that they just got lucky, that they're just was smooth and free of obstacles. But that's never the case. Behind every success story is a series of struggles, failures, and setbacks that were faced head-on. It's the people who choose to embrace their struggles rather than shy away from them who ultimately achieve greatness. When you embrace the struggle, you stop seeing it as an enemy, something to be avoided at all costs. Instead, you begin to see it as an opportunity for growth. Every difficulty you face is a lesson in disguise, and every hardship is an opportunity for you to become more resilient, more capable, more powerful. It's through the fire of adversity that you forge the strength and character that will carry you to greater heights. Just like a diamond is created under intense pressure, you too are being shaped by the pressures of life. And just like that diamond, the pressure will only make you shine brighter. You don't grow when things are easy. You grow when you're tested. The times when you feel like giving up, when you feel like everything is falling apart, that's when you're being given the chance to rise to your fullest potential. It's during these times that you discover the depth of your strength, your determination, and your resolve. The struggle forces you to tap into resources you didn't even know you had. It teaches you how to push past your limits and redefine what's possible. Now, I'm not saying that the struggle will always be easy or comfortable. In fact, it's going to be hard. There will be days when you want to quit, days when it feels like you're running on empty, days when you wonder if it's all worth it. But that's when you need to remind yourself that the struggle is part of the process. It's part of the journey, and it's shaping you into a stronger, more resilient person. Don't run from the struggle. Lean into it. Embrace it with open arms, because the more you fight against it, the longer it will hold you back. But when you embrace it, when you accept that challenges are a natural part of life, you give yourself the power to move through them and come out on the other side even stronger than before. When you choose to embrace the struggle, you also choose to take responsibility for your growth. You stop blaming external circumstances and you take ownership of how you respond to the challenges you face. You realize that it's not the struggle itself that defines you, but how you handle it. You can choose to let it defeat you, or you can choose to rise above it, to learn from it, and to use it as a stepping stone to something greater. Every setback, every failure, every hardship is an opportunity to build the character, the skills, and the mindset that will serve you in the future. Remember, success is not the absence of struggle, but the ability to embrace it, to learn from it, and to keep moving forward in spite of it. The more you embrace the struggle, the more you'll realize that it's not something to be feared, but something to be grateful for. It's the struggle that will propel you to your greatest achievements. And it's through the struggle that you'll become the person you were always meant to be. So when the going gets tough, don't back down. Embrace the struggle, knowing that on the other side of it lies the life you've always dreamed of. One of the most important things you can do when times get tough is to set clear goals. When life feels overwhelming and the challenges seem endless, having a clear sense of direction will keep you grounded and give you the motivation you need to keep moving forward. Goals are not just arbitrary wishes or dreams. They are the roadmap that guides you through the uncertainty, the compass that ensures you're on the right path, even when everything around you seems chaotic. Without clear goals, it's easy to get lost, to drift aimlessly, and to feel like you're not making progress, no matter how hard you work. But when you set clear, focused goals, you create a sense of purpose and a purpose to measure your progress, which keeps you motivated, no matter how tough things get. Setting clear goals is not just about defining what you want to achieve. It's about creating a framework that helps you stay committed even when challenges arise. The first step is to get really clear about what you want. This sounds simple, but many people struggle with this because they haven't taken the time to truly define their desires. Too often we set vague general goals like I want to be successful or I want to be happy. But these goals are not specific enough to give us a clear direction. A goal needs to be concrete and measurable. It needs to be something that you can break down into actionable steps. The more specific your goal is, the easier it is to figure out what you need to do to get there. Once you've defined your goal, it's important to break it down into smaller, more manageable pieces. The bigger the goal, the more overwhelming it can feel. If your goal is to start your own business, for example, it can be easy to become paralyzed by the enormity of the task. But if you break it down into smaller, achievable steps, such as researching your market, creating a business plan, registering your business, and securing funding, it becomes much more manageable. Each step is an accomplishment on its own, and as you achieve these smaller goals, you build momentum and confidence, which helps keep you motivated and focused. Setting clear goals also helps you prioritize. When everything seems urgent and demanding, it's easy to lose sight of what really matters. But when you have clear goals, you can evaluate every task and opportunity through the lens of your objectives. Does this task help me get closer to my goal? Is this something that will move me forward, or is it a distraction? With clear goals, you have the power to say no to things that don't align with your vision. This clarity of purpose allows you to stay focused and productive, even when there are countless other demands on your time and energy. Another critical element of setting clear goals is creating a timeline. Without a sense of urgency, it's easy to procrastinate and delay taking action. Deadlines help you stay accountable and force you to take consistent action. But the timeline also has to be realistic. If you set a deadline that is too far out, you might lose motivation because it feels like the goal is too distant. If you set a deadline that's too soon, you might feel overwhelmed and frustrated when you're unable to meet it. The key is to find a balance, create a timeline that pushes you to take action, but also allows you to move at a steady, sustainable pace. Having clear goals also helps you measure progress, which is crucial for maintaining motivation. It's easy to get discouraged when you're not seeing results, especially when things are moving as quickly as you'd like. But when you have clearly defined goals, you can track your progress and celebrate even the small wins along the way. Each step you take brings you closer to your ultimate goal, and those small victories add up over time. Measuring your progress not only boosts your morale, but it also helps you adjust your approach if needed. If something isn't working, you can evaluate your strategy and make necessary changes, ensuring that you stay on track toward your goal. But perhaps the most important reason to set clear goals is that they provide you with a sense of purpose. When life feels uncertain, when you're dealing with setbacks and failures, it's easy to lose sight of why you're pushing through all the difficulties. Clear goals remind you of your why. They give you something to hold on to when times get tough. Your goals become your reason for continuing, even when the journey seems endless and the obstacles seem insurmountable. When you have a deep personal connection to your goals, you can push through even the most difficult times with resilience and determination. In the end, setting clear goals is not just about achieving success. It's about creating a life that aligns with your values, your passions, and your purpose. When you have a clear vision of what you want to achieve, you are far more likely to stay focused, motivated, and committed to the journey. You'll encounter obstacles along the way, of course, but with clear goals in place, you'll know exactly what you're fighting for. And that, my friends, is what will carry you through the tough times and help you reach the success you desire. So set your goals with intention, break them down into manageable steps, and take consistent action. The life you want is waiting for you on the other side of your goals. When you're striving toward a goal, it's easy to get caught up in the idea of needing to make huge, sweeping changes or take monumental actions to achieve success. You might look at the challenges ahead and think, I need to do it all at once, or if I don't see instant results, I'm not doing enough. But the truth is, success doesn't happen in a single, giant leap. It's built slowly, over time, with small, consistent actions. The key to maintaining momentum, staying motivated, and ultimately achieving your goals lies in making steady progress on every single day. Taking small, consistent actions doesn't mean doing something big every day or trying to make drastic changes immediately. It's about committing to the process, understanding that every small step forward is an accomplishment in itself. Whether it's spending 10 minutes a day working on a skill, setting aside time each morning to plan your day, or making one small decision that aligns with your goal, every action adds up. And here's the beauty of it. These actions compound over time. The small efforts you make today will yield results down the line, even if you don't see them right away. The consistency is what builds the momentum you need to keep moving forward, even when it feels like progress is slow. One of the biggest obstacles people face when trying to achieve a goal is the overwhelming feeling that they have to take massive action in order to make a difference. This mindset often leads to burnout because it's simply not sustainable to constantly push yourself to the limit, expecting immediate results. But if you break the task into smaller, more manageable steps, you'll find that the journey is far more achievable and less stressful. Rather than expecting to accomplish everything at once, focus on doing something every day, even if it's just a little bit. That consistent effort will build up over time, and before you know it, you'll have made far more progress than if you had waited for the perfect moment or the big breakthrough. Consistency is also the key to overcoming procrastination, which often stems from the belief that if we can't do something perfectly or in a big way, it's not worth doing at all. The reality is, perfection doesn't exist. There's always room for improvement, always a next step to take. When you take small, consistent actions, you free yourself from the pressure of needing to do everything perfectly. It's not about being perfect, it's about showing up and doing the work, no matter how small the effort may seem in the moment. Each action, no matter how minor it may feel, is a deposit in your future success. It's a choice to show up, to take one more step, to move forward even when things are tough. Taking small actions also helps you build confidence. When you break down your goal into achievable tasks, you set yourself up for success from the start. As you check off each small task, you begin to see how much you're accomplishing, which fuels your motivation to keep going. Confidence comes not from doing everything at once, but from the steady accumulation of small wins. With every action you take, you prove to yourself that you can do it, that you're capable of handling whatever comes your way. Over time, these consistent actions build an unshakable belief in your ability to achieve your dreams, no matter how impossible they may seem. Another benefit of small, consistent actions is that they allow you to stay flexible. Life is unpredictable and things don't always go as planned. But when you've been consistently taking small steps toward your goal, you can pivot or adjust your approach without losing your momentum. Since you're not trying to do everything at once, you're able to adapt to changing circumstances and still keep making progress. Flexibility is essential because it allows you to navigate setbacks without feeling defeated. You understand that the path to success isn't a straight line, and it's okay to make course corrections along the way. Finally, small, consistent actions help you stay grounded in the present moment. So often we get caught up in the destination, the end goal, and forget to enjoy the journey. We become fixated on what we haven't achieved yet, rather than celebrating the progress we've made. By focusing on small actions, you become more engaged in the process and less concerned with the final result. Every step you take is an opportunity to learn, grow, and develop. And when you celebrate the small victories, you create a positive cycle of motivation that drives you to keep going, even when things get tough. In conclusion, the road to success is paved with small, consistent actions. It's not about trying to accomplish everything at once or waiting for the perfect moment to take action. It's about showing up every day, no matter how small the task, and staying committed to the process. Consistency is what transforms your goals from mere dreams into tangible achievements. With each small step, you're moving closer to where you want to be, and over time, those steps will add up to something extraordinary. So take action, no matter how small, and trust that your consistent effort will get you where you need to go. The key to success isn't in making giant leaps, it's in taking one small step at a time. Surrounding yourself with positivity is one of the most powerful things you can do when times get tough. In life, there will always be challenges, obstacles, and moments of uncertainty. But one thing you can control is your environment and the people you choose to be around. The energy that surrounds you has a profound impact on your mindset, your emotions, and ultimately your ability to keep pushing forward when the road gets rough. It's easy to get bogged down by negativity, but when you intentionally surround yourself with positive influences, you create an atmosphere that fuels your growth, keeps you motivated, and supports you in overcoming the struggles that life throws your way. Positive people are those who lift you up, who believe in your potential, and who encourage you to keep going even when you're doubting yourself. They inspire you to be your best self and remind you that you are capable of achieving great things, no matter how impossible the journey may seem. Having these kinds of people around you is crucial, especially when you're going through tough times. They act as a source of strength and motivation, offering the kind of encouragement and the prying out and support that can make all the difference. They don't feed into your doubts or reinforce your fears. Instead, they help you focus on the possibilities, the opportunities, and the lessons to be learned from every situation. They remind you that setbacks are not permanent and that every challenge is just a stepping stone on the path to success. But positivity isn't just about the people around you. It's also about the content you consume and the environment you create for yourself. What are you reading, watching, and listening to? Is it uplifting, motivating, and inspiring? Or is it filled with negativity, fear, and doubt? The media you consume shapes your perception of the world, and it's important to be mindful of what you're allowing into your mind. If you're constantly exposed to negativity, whether it's through the news, social media, or toxic people, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, discouraged, and defeated. But when you actively choose to surround yourself with positive influences, you create an environment where your mind can thrive. Listen to podcasts, read books, and watch videos that inspire you, that push you to be better, and that encourage you to stay focused on your goals. Fill your mind with thoughts that help you believe in yourself and your ability to overcome adversity. Creating a positive environment isn't just about choosing the right people and the right content, it's also about the physical space around you. The environment you spend time in plays a significant role in how you feel. A cluttered, chaotic, or disorganized space can make you feel anxious, stressed, and distracted. On the other hand, a clean, organized, and peaceful environment can help you feel more centered, focused, and motivated. Take a look around your living or workspace and ask yourself if it reflects the kind of mindset you want to cultivate. If it's filled with negativity, chaos, or things that remind you of past failures or struggles, it might be time to make a change. Clear out the clutter, create a space that feels calm and inspiring, and add elements that make you feel positive and motivated. Surround yourself with things that lift your spirits, whether it's artwork, plants, photos of loved ones, or quotes that inspire you. Your environment should be a reflection of the positivity you want to cultivate within yourself. It's also important to remember that positivity is contagious. When you surround yourself with positive people, their energy starts to rub off on you. Their enthusiasm, optimism, and belief in possibility can inspire you to adopt the same mindset. Similarly, when you make an effort to be a positive influence on others, you contribute to creating a cycle of positivity that can lift everyone involved. Positivity isn't just about what you receive, it's also about what you give. By sharing encouragement, lifting others up, and spreading positivity, you not only help those around you, but you also reinforce your own positive mindset. The energy you put out into the world often comes back to you, so make sure it's the kind of energy you want to attract. Surrounding yourself with positivity also means eliminating or minimizing the negative influences in your life. This can be difficult, especially if those negative influences come from people you care about. But sometimes, in order to grow, you need to distance yourself from individuals or situations that drain your energy, reinforce your doubts, or keep you stuck in negativity. This doesn't mean you have to cut people off completely, but it does mean that you need to set boundaries and protect your mental and emotional well-being. If someone consistently brings negativity into your life, it's important to recognize the impact they're having on you and take steps to limit your exposure to that negativity. You deserve to be surrounded by people who believe in you and support your growth, not those who bring you down. In tough times, positivity can be the difference between giving up and pushing forward. It helps you stay focused on your goals, reminds you of your strength, and keeps you motivated when you feel like quitting. When you surround yourself with positivity, you create an environment that supports your growth, keeps you inspired, and helps you overcome the challenges that come your way. Your mind and your environment are powerful tools, and when you use them to foster positivity, you set yourself up for successes. So be intentional about the people you spend time with, the content you consume, and the environment you create for yourself. Surround yourself with positivity and watch how it transforms your life. Feeding your mind with motivation is one of the most powerful things you can do when life gets tough. When you're faced with challenges, it's easy to fall into negative thinking patterns, to focus on the difficulties, and to let self-doubt creep in. But the key to breaking free from that cycle is to intentionally feed your mind with positive, motivating thoughts. Just as your body needs fuel to perform at its best, your mind requires nourishment in the form of motivation to help you stay focused. What you allow into your mind determines how you view the world and your place in it, so it's crucial to be intentional about what you feed it. Motivation isn't something that comes naturally to everyone at all times. There are days when it feels like the world is weighing you down and you can't summon the energy to take the next step. But that's when you need to be especially mindful about what you expose yourself to. Motivating content, whether books, podcasts, videos, or speeches, has the power to shift your perspective, to lift you out of a negative mindset, and to remind you of your own strength and potential. It's like a boost of energy for your mind, helping you reconnect with your payment, and the reasons you started in the first place. One of the easiest ways to feed your mind with motivation is by reading. Books are a treasure trove of wisdom, inspiration, and insight. When you read motivational books or biographies of people who have overcome adversity, you expose yourself to stories of resilience and perseverance. These stories remind you that you are not alone in your struggles and that others have faced similar challenges and triumphed. The words on the pages can spark new ideas, give you strategies for overcoming obstacles, and instill in you the belief that your dreams are achievable. Whether it's a book on personal development, success, or simply one that tells the story of someone who has faced adversity, reading can fuel your motivation and help you stay focused on what matters. Podcasts and videos are another great way to feed your mind with motivation. The beauty of podcasts and videos is that they allow you to immerse yourself in positive messages no matter where you are. Whether you're commuting, exercising, or doing household chores, you can be listening to something that inspires you and helps you stay on track. Motivational speakers, personal development experts, and thought leaders share their insights and stories, offering practical advice that can help you stay grounded during difficult times. Listening to these uplifting messages helps you stay connected to the bigger picture, reminding you of your purpose and the importance of taking consistent action. The more you fill your mind with these messages, the more you start to internalize them, and they begin to shape your attitude and outlook on life. Another powerful way to feed your mind with motivation is through visualization. By taking a few moments each day to close your eyes and imagine your goals as if they've already been achieved, you create a mental image of success. This visualization practice helps you connect emotionally to your goals, making them feel more real and attainable. It allows you to tap into the power of your imagination and reinforces the belief that your dreams are possible. When you visualize yourself overcoming obstacles, achieving success, and living the life you desire, you feed your mind with positive images that keep you focused on the outcome rather than the difficulties along the way. This practice can be incredibly motivating, especially when you're faced with challenges that make it hard to stay optimistic. Affirmations are another powerful tool to feed your mind with motivation. Speaking positive affirmations to yourself every day helps you reprogram your thoughts and beliefs. It's easy to fall into the trap of negative self-talk, but affirmations allow you to shift your mindset to more positivity and possibility. By repeating empowering statements such as "I am capable," "I can overcome any obstacle," or "every setback is an opportunity to grow," you reinforce your own belief in your ability to succeed. Affirmations help you stay focused on your strengths and remind you of the power you have within you to make things happen. Over time, these affirmations become ingrained in your subconscious, shaping the way you approach challenges and strengthening your resolve to keep moving forward. Finally, surrounding yourself with people who are motivated and positive is another way to feed your mind with motivation. The people you spend time with influence your mindset, so it's important to be around those who uplift and inspire you. Positive, motivated individuals will encourage you to keep going even when things are tough, and they'll hold you accountable to your goals. Their energy will help propel you forward and remind you of your own potential. If you surround yourself with negativity or people who are constantly complaining, it becomes much harder to stay motivated. But when you connect with like-minded individuals who are also focused on growth and success, you create an environment that nurtures your own motivation and encourages you to strive for more. Feeding your mind with motivation is not just a one-time effort, it's an ongoing practice. It's about continuously choosing to expose yourself to positive influences that keep you inspired and focused on your goals. The more you invest in nourishing your mind with motivation, the stronger and more resilient you become in the face of challenges. Your thoughts shape your actions, and when you feed your mind with the right kind of energy, you set yourself up for success. So make it a daily habit to seek out motivation, whether it's through reading, listening, visualizing, affirming, or surrounding yourself with positive influences. Your mind is a powerful tool, and when you feed it with the right fuel, it will drive you to success and fulfillment you deserve. Celebrating the small wins is one of the most important, yet often overlooked, habits you can cultivate on your journey to success. It's easy to become fixated on the big picture, constantly looking toward the ultimate goal and feeling discouraged when the end result isn't immediately within reach. We can fall into the trap of thinking that only big achievements are worth celebrating. But the reality is that success is built on a series of smaller victories. Every step you take forward, no matter how small, is progress. When you acknowledge and celebrate these small wins, you boost your morale, stay motivated, and build the resilience needed to keep going through the tough times. One of the biggest challenges people face is the tendency to focus solely on the end result. When you're working toward a big goal, it's easy to overlook the smaller milestones along the way. You might think, I haven't reached my goal yet, so what's there to celebrate? But the truth is, each small action you take is a step towards success, and those small actions await the momentum that leads to larger accomplishments. Celebrating these wins, no matter how small they may seem, helps you stay focused on the positive progress you're making, rather than getting discouraged by how far you still have to go. Celebrating the small wins also helps you recognize the effort you're putting in. It's easy to become discouraged if you don't see immediate results or if progress seems slow. But when you take the time to acknowledge your accomplishments, you create a sense of pride and satisfaction in your work. Every time you hit a small milestone, you're reinforcing the belief that you're capable of moving forward. These moments of recognition help you maintain a positive mindset, which is crucial when things get difficult. Even if it's something as simple as completing a task you've been putting off or making progress on a project, taking a moment to appreciate your effort helps to strengthen your motivation and keep you energized. Small wins are also an important way to maintain consistency. When you're working toward a long-term goal, the road can often seem long and overwhelming. It's easy to feel like the end is so far away that it's not worth the effort. But when you break your goal down into smaller, more manageable tasks, each of those tasks becomes an opportunity to celebrate. The more you acknowledge the small steps you're taking, the more likely you are to keep taking them. Celebrating the small wins helps create a cycle of positive reinforcement. Every time you celebrate a success, you're more likely to continue taking the next step, which in turn brings more wins and so on. This consistency is key to building the habits that lead to long-term success. Another reason why celebrating small wins is important is that it helps you stay present. When you're focused solely on the big picture, it's easy to become overwhelmed by the magnitude of the task ahead. But when you focus on the small victories, you begin to shift your attention from the end result to the process. You learn to appreciate the journey and recognize that success is not just about the destination, but about the growth you experience along the way. Taking time to celebrate the small wins helps you stay grounded in the present moment, rather than constantly worrying about what's coming next. This mindset helps you stay calm, focused, and motivated even when the road ahead seems uncertain. Celebrating small wins also has a profound effect on your confidence. It's easy to doubt yourself when you're not seeing the results you expect. But when you take the time to recognize and celebrate your achievements, you reinforce your belief in your ability to succeed. Every time you acknowledge a small win, you are reaffirming that you're making progress, and that progress builds your confidence. You begin to trust yourself and your ability to navigate challenges, which in turn makes it easier to push through difficult times. The more you celebrate the small victories, the more you strengthen your resilience and belief in your own potential. One of the most powerful aspects of celebrating small wins is that it reminds you to be kind to yourself. It's easy to be critical, to focus on what you haven't done yet or what you could have done better. But when you take the time to acknowledge and celebrate your successes, you practice self-compassion. You allow yourself to feel proud of what you've accomplished, no matter how small, and you give yourself credit for the effort you've put in. This act of self-kindness is crucial for maintaining a healthy mindset, especially when things get around. It helps you stay motivated, confident, and optimistic rather than falling into a pattern of self-criticism or frustration. Celebrating the small wins also helps to keep you connected to your goals. When you're working on something for an extended period of time, it's easy to lose sight of why you started in the first place. The big goal can seem so distant and the journey can feel endless. But when you take the time to celebrate the small steps you're taking, you reconnect with the purpose behind your efforts. Each small win reinforces your commitment to your goal and reminds you of the bigger vision you're working toward. It's like putting little markers along the way that keep you on track and help you stay motivated to keep moving forward. In conclusion, celebrating the small wins is an essential practice for maintaining motivation, building confidence, and staying on track toward your goals. Every small step you take is a victory in itself, and by acknowledging these wins, you reinforce your commitment to the journey. The road to success is not a straight line, and there will be challenges along the way. But when you celebrate the small victories, you create a positive cycle that propels you forward, helping you stay focused, motivated, and resilient. So don't wait for the big milestone to celebrate. Take the time to appreciate every small step and watch how those small wins add up to something extraordinary. Never giving up is one of the most powerful mindsets you can adopt in life, especially when facing challenges. It's easy to become discouraged when things aren't going the way you want, or when the road to your dreams seems long and filled with obstacles. Many people, when faced with hardship, choose to quit because the weight of their struggles feels unbearable. But the truth is that success is often built on persistence, the ability to push through the hardest times, and the willingness to keep moving forward, even when it seems like progress is slow or even non-existent. It's during the toughest moments that our greatest strength is forged, and the key to reaching your goals often lies in your ability to endure and never give up. When you commit to never giving up, you're making a decision to face challenges head-on rather than running away from them. Life is full of setbacks and difficulties, and you cannot avoid them. No one gets through life without facing adversity. But it's not the challenges that define you, it's how you respond to them. When you refuse to give up, you choose to see obstacles as opportunities for growth, learning, and development. Every challenge you face is a lesson in resilience and determination. You learn how to adapt, how to problem solve, and how to keep going even when it feels like everything is working against you. By choosing not to give up, you not only grow stronger, but you also develop a mindset that is unshakable, one that allows you to face future challenges with confidence and determination. It's important to remember that the road to success is rarely a straight line. There will be twists, turns, and detours, and sometimes the destination will seem impossibly far away. But the key is to stay focused on your goals and continue taking small steps forward, even if they seem insignificant. Progress may not always be visible in the short term, and it's easy to get discouraged when things don't happen as quickly as you'd like. But every effort, every action you take moves you closer to your destination, even if it doesn't seem that way in the moment. By continuing to push forward, even when progress is slow, you're building the foundation for eventual success. Remember, every small step you take counts, and in time, those steps will add up. One of the most powerful aspects of never giving up is the development of your inner strength. There will be moments when it feels like the odds are stacked against you, and you're not sure how much more you can endure. But in those moments of doubt and difficulty, you have an opportunity to discover just how strong you really are. It's often in the toughest times that we discover our true capacity for resilience. The more you push through adversity, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable of overcoming anything that comes your way. The simple act of not giving up builds your mental and emotional strength, and it teaches you to trust in your own abilities. Over time, this confidence becomes an unshakable part of who you are, and you begin to see challenges as temporary hurdles rather than insurmountable walls. Never giving up doesn't mean blindly pursuing a goal at all costs without reevaluating or adjusting your approach. It's important to recognize when something isn't working and to be flexible enough to change direction if needed. However, the key is to maintain the belief that your dreams are worth pursuing and that you can find a way to achieve them, no matter how difficult the journey may be. Sometimes the path may look different than you originally envisioned, and it's okay to make adjustments along the way. What matters is that you stay committed to the bigger vision and that you never give up on the belief that you are capable of making your dreams a reality. The act of never giving up is also a reminder that failure is not the end, it's simply a part of the process. Many people give up after experiencing failure, thinking that it's a sign that they aren't cut out for success. But failure is not a reflection of your worth or your abilities, it's simply a part of the learning process. Each failure is an opportunity to learn, grow, and improve. The key is to not let failure define you or stop you from moving forward. When you see failure as a stepping stone to success rather than a permanent setback, you free yourself from the fear of making mistakes, and you gain the courage to keep trying even after things don't go as planned. Another reason to never give up is the impact it can have on others. When you refuse to quit, you inspire those around you to do the same. Your persistence becomes a source of motivation for others who may be facing their own struggles. By showing up day after day, by continuing to put in the effort despite the challenges, you demonstrate what true strength and perseverance look like. You become a living example of the power of never giving up, and your determination can spark the same drive in others to keep going, no matter what obstacles they face. In conclusion, the mindset of never giving up is one of the most important factors in achieving success. It's not about avoiding challenges or expecting things to be easy. It's about facing those challenges with determination, resilience, and the belief that you can overcome them. Success isn't reserved for the people who never face obstacles, it's for the ones who keep moving forward despite them. When you choose to never give up, you unlock your true potential and develop a strength that will carry you through even the toughest times. So no matter what you're facing right now, remember that giving up is never the answer. Keep pushing forward one step at a time, and you'll find that you are stronger than you have realized.